Let's start here. The preliminary report into the placing of newborns in cardboard boxes has revealed issues of a leadership deficit. The final investigation report is expected to be released in less than 6 months. Let's now speak to SABC News reporter Tebogo Phakedi, who was watching that briefing where the MEC who spoke to us earlier on the show was addressing. Tebogo, the health workers unions were against the suspensions of nurses. Have they, now agreed with what's happening? What was their reaction?
Good evening, Bongiwe, of course, to the viewers. Yes, I can tell you that the unions were against the statement made by the MEC that there will be suspensions. Someone who put babies in these card boxes will be held liable. Of course, the unions were saying they are against that, given that those nurses had to improvise, as they stated that there is no equipment, there are no resources when we talk of the Mahikeng Provincial Hospital. But of course, with this preliminary report, they have welcomed the report, saying they will also, as unions, be active, ensuring that they defend their members. They have welcomed the fact that the MEC stated that these 5 managers will be transferred to other health institutions as they are now conducting the final investigations, which the MEC says they will be transferred for 60 days, really showing that these unions are quite satisfied that no nurse or even a doctor was suspended for doing what they were doing, as they were trying to save lives. That is exactly what the unions were saying, Bongiwe.
Now, one of the things, Tebogo, that is clear when you really check the history of this particular hospital, there's quite a lot that is going on there, and especially when you look at the treatment of patients as well, and just the resources in themselves. Give us the state of this hospital and how the people around it are reacting.
I can tell you that residents are quite disappointed. They are saying that the hospital is in an appalling state. When you talk to different users, patients, I spoke to some of them today, and one was saying that he was here to, do his cataract surgery, but he could not do that because he was told there is no equipment. Some were told that they will have to come, in few months, given that there's a long queue of patients who need to receive this surgery. You go to different wards, you go to a psyche ward. We received pictures where you could see that the hospital really is in an appalling state, and this is a hospital which of course would get patients even from other clinics. You go to Delareyville, you travel over 200 kilometers from Mahikeng, you would still get people who still have to use the Bophelong hospital. Therefore, I can say that the state of the hospital itself is a bit disappointing. The MEC stated that himself, even citing that there is a leadership deficit, saying that 5 of these managers who were suspended have not been recording incidents, have not been reporting incidents. He says the department actually knew about these babies who were placed in card boxes through social media. The managers who had to report this have not been doing that. We spoke to unions that are saying we've been talking to the management for so long, nothing has been done. You go to different wards, even water is a problem. There is no generator. It's one of the hospitals that are affected by load shedding. There is no backup, really showing that the state of this hospital has to be revisited. But the MEC was saying that there will be oversight done to ensure that even the final report will make recommendations that must be a long-term solutions for users of this particular hospital, Bongiwe.
All right, thank you very much, Tebogo, for that update. I do appreciate it. That was SABC News reporter Tebogo Phakedi giving us the latest on that hospital in Mahikeng. Of course, that report coming up a little later on this year, so we want to see then what further details and further sanctions emerge from this one.